the grand final before the grand final and shows exactly why during the regular season you want to finish in #1 spot. The All Flakes are through to the grand final, but tonight for second versus third, it's the Guardians against the All Flakes, and one of these two sides' fate will be sealed in a semi-final, and only one can go on to the grand showdown. What is going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing well, and welcome back along to your home of rugby and the Global Rugby Challenge, the GRC, also known as the Subscriber Series. Today, it is two of our subscriber sides going head to head for a place to meet the All Flakes in the grand final. It's a matchup that happened way back in round #1, where the Guardians of the Crib took out the Flakers 34-21. What lessons have been learned in the 10 rounds since then? Well, we are about to find out tonight as these two sides clash yet again. Of course, the Flakers had to go through the quarterfinals where they took out the Crusaders 28-14. The Guardians, on the other hand, despite having to play tonight, they had last week off. Now, these two sides have undergone a number of changes. Captains Jack Sheps for the Guardians and Craig Anderson for the Flakers have given their lineups, and here is how they will look. Let's have a look at the home team first, which will be the Guardians of the Crib, lining up, of course, at home by virtue of finishing second. Front row, Captain Jack Sheps making the changes, moving himself into hooker, and his usual hooker, Jason Mitchell, moving to loose head prop. That will see Levi Smith resume at tight head. It's unchanged in the second row of Harry Andrews and Milton Simiyu, and the back row suffers much the same fate, with James Winyama, Michael Winyama and Shay Gibbons to complete the forward pack. Everyone's moved one or two positions in this backline, except for the halves. Isaac Fishure and Don Butler line up at 9 and 10 yet again. But everyone else has gone down a number, bar Heston Gardner. Davis has dropped from 12 to 11, that is Yan Davis, moving to the wing. Archie Godfrey has moved from 13 to 12. Callum Ewing has moved from 14 to 13. Adonga Winyama, 15 to 14. And Heston Gardner, 11 out to 15. On the other side of the equation, it is Captain Craig Anderson naming his lineup for this big semi-final clash. A number of changes as well in his team. Let's start off in the front row where Ben Bobbs comes into the side to start at loose head. Hugo Lambrex moves inside to hooker, and Sir Oscar doesn't change, again staying at tight head. There's a bit of move in the second row. Ethan Holton's not going nowhere, but he gets another partner as CJ Smith, resuming that combination of two very dangerous men in that second row. Francois Valentine comes back into the side to start at 6, and it'll be Daniel Ndumuru starting on the open side flank with the captain Craig Anderson at number 8. Movement in the backline as well. Connor DeMark comes in to start at scrum half, and he'll partner Bernard and Kahan in their halves combination. The midfield looks dangerous. Daryl Gray, you can't move him from 12 now, and his partner David Ndumuru make a very dangerous and powerful midfield combination. The wings, not so much powerful the lead, but very elusive and fast. Corey Davidson will wear 11, and it'll be Jamari Karoi. Much the opposite, power game on the right-hand wing. Moving into fullback will be Jay Capone, who will be the 15 jersey for a rare occasion this season. Looking at the reserves, and there's plenty of players here to make an impact as well. We're getting to know these names now. Unfortunate to miss out names like Slavers, McKenzie, to name just a couple. But of course, for the Flakers, they got plenty of firepower. Barrett's there, Valentine there. We're seeing Brill in now this team as well. So you can know if there's changes to be made, these sides are both ready to step up. Can the Flakers overturn a 13-point deficit from round #1, or are the Guardians still too good as this big Subscriber Series derby semi-final #2 gets underway, and Francois Valentine pulls it in, and Ethan Holton for the Flakers in the purple and yellow takes the ball in. There's a wee pick and go there, finding support from DeMars. It is the Guardians in the blue and whites. Bit of a waist strip action here for the Flakers tonight. Let's see how they adjust to the new kids as Anderson pops the ball back nicely on the inside. Is nicely from Oscar, getting a kick away. There is Ankahan down the throat of Easton Garner, who knocks on. Error from the normally so reliable fullback. And first chance to attack will go to the Flakers. Nice little kick away there from Ankahan, and
Crouch.
a good chase
Bind.
up from the Flakers
Sit.
to put the pressure on the big fullback, Heston Gardner. Scrum fed in from Demart. And he fires to the right hand side. Daryl Gray pops it beautifully up. And Domu can't get through. This time Gardner equal to the task. They go wide, and here it is. Oscar could have got himself in and out. Eventually Karoi. Well, the Flakers playing with a bit of heart of fire there as they slipped it back towards the defence. But some smart thinking, some quick actions put that right back on track. Really good break there from David Adumuru. And then Demart switching it right. Daryl Gray said, not in here. Give it back out to the big finisher, Jabari Karoi. And that is an exquisite start, let's be honest, for the Flakers. They couldn't have dreamed of better, putting pressure on the fullback, Heston Gardner, forcing him into an error, and then from the set piece, a little bit of in and out, left and right cutback action. And Jabari Karoi was wide open. Oscar could have scored it himself. Had a lot of room to the big man, but didn't have the confidence. And 7 points to nil. The conversion from Ankahan is good. And here is Oscar running it back. Ankahan back to Gray. Slipping inside now. Holton moving for a bit of width. Adumuru once again back to Holton. Karoi back to Adumuru. They're looking for that mismatch. They're looking for that open man. Demart, nice little ball away. Lambrex, great run, and Karoi. About his 5th carry, but a big turnover there. It pops up to Sheps, and he drags it forward for the Guardians.
Not releasing.
Big pressure, the turnover penalty. Ethan Holton on the ball in a flash. And Captain Jack Sheps didn't relinquish the ball in the breakdown. Penalty to the Flakers. And Bernard Ankahan drills this one downfield. Looks for the safety, a touch, and gets a nod of approval from his left winger, Corey Davidson. Line out here for the Flakers. Throw in Hugo Lambrex, has had a big game already. Taken to the back nicely and knocked on instantly from Ankahan. Oh, it was so good in process. CJ Smith pulled it in, went straight out to Ankahan, and he just spilt the ball. Almost too good for him. Smith down to Demart, and Ankahan just right at the noggin. He just drops the ball cold.
Bind.
And almost a release of the pressure instantly after the error from the Guardians. 7 points to nil. Flakers still lead, been here 20 minutes. Here is Butler. He goes straight forward, straight into the defence as well. For sure, Pigs finds off to Smith. That's a nice ball. And busting up the middle is Gibbons. Gibbons to the inside. He goes looking left for support. It's all front football now for the Guardians. For sure, goes right. Smith changes but cuts back to Butler. Now it's a big run in the corner there from Dwayne. Back inside Samuel. Pops up beautifully by Smith. Oh, he's a metre short of Smith. For sure, Wanyama. Nice ball to Butler, but he's driven backwards. Waits for Fashore. Out to Butler. Round the corner, Sheps over the top. He goes on to Godfrey. In the middle, it's Wanyama once more put down. Flakers on the back foot. Fashore. Nice ball for Smith again. Fashore again. Looks wide. Big pass. Gayan Davis scores. And finally, the Guardians are able to break the deadlock. Gayan Davis on the wing. Inspirational selection choice. Finds his way towards the goal. Look at this. Good fend there. Karoi stumbling backwards from Smith. Looks to come out to cover wide. Fashore with a double cutout pass. Easily dealt with. And Gayan Davis gets them in the game. First try of the night for the Guardians. Now have a chance to tie it all up through the boot of Don Butler. 26 minutes gone. The conversion in the lights is good. Don Butler adds the extra 2. And we are all tied up 7-7. Back we come to Brennan Ankahan. Nearing the half-an-hour mark in this clash. This is a big, tight, tense matchup so far. Nicely taken. Levi Smith pulls it in and exhausted. Oh, that's brilliant from Smith.
Advantage.
And they go out to the left and knocked on almost instantly from DeMart. And the Guardians just can't help but get the ball back. Here it is
Advantage over.
He's going to kick the advantage away down the throat of Capone. He turns and smokes it back to the 22. Guardians have a couple of players back there. Goes back to Sheps. He wants something good with it with Yama. Goes back to Fashore. He takes contact. Being bobs on him like a flash. There's a try scorer, Davis. Waiting for it. Sheps to scrum half. Oh no! Shoulder first. Straight into it they go. Brennan Ankahan up against Jack Sheps. That is a mismatch of all calibers. But somehow Ankahan took the big man down. Fashore will kick for touch. A bit of a release of, again, that pressure from the Flakers, who just can't seem to build it. Getting down to the right part of the park and then just making silly, uncharacteristic errors. It is costing them. So here is Sheps, number 2. He's hooking tonight. First time this season. Nails his man. It's the back. It's Samiu. The Guardians run. Fashore. Nice ball as well. Godfrey back to Butler. They go wide. Heston Gunner's up the line, and here is the cutter. It is Callum Ewing. Can't get away. A desperate tackle. Colin DeMart there. Good ball for Shore. Now there's a chance for Nyama. Ndungu Nyama against Capone on the 22. Massive attacking chance. Shane Gibbons waits for it. He's got support numbers everywhere. Half-time rings. It's 7-7 between the two sides. Pick and go from Levi Smith. Driven backwards in the tackle. Fashore, Wanyama, looking left side, and Don Butler cuts him in half. But a great tackle from DeMart, dragging it down. Fashore, pick and go, grabs another couple of meters. It's right here for the Guardians. This would be a killer moment to score. There's Samiu! Samiu scores the try! And Milton Samiu! What a finish from the big man! It's this opposite number that gets all the plaudits. Ethan Holton is a try-scoring log, but tonight it is the hands of Milton Samiu that get the Guardians the go-ahead score. Well, Jane Capone had no idea and no interest of tackling the big Samiu. And he has just wandered under the sticks. And what's a way to finish the half for the Guardians of the Crib. Conversion, right in front, no problems. Over she goes, quick as light. Well played from Butler, but a very well executed finish from the Guardians of the Crib, who really do put that high on their list of their strengths. You notice the Ethan Holton giving a bit of a back high five there to Milton Samiu. They're swapping roles tonight as the Guardians lead 14-7 into the break over the Flakers. It's been a tense game, but the Flakers, you can see, have been forced to do a lot more defensive work despite the very similarities in possession and territory. All in all, it's a tight game. It's a one-moment wonder at the moment lead for the Guardians as the Flakers search for a way back in. And they'll start it off in the second half with Brennan Ankahan looking for Ethan Holton, and he's been stripped away there nicely from Harry Andrews. Oh, and actually it's come back the way of Holton. That is a big turnover. Held on to that one this time, Daryl Gray skipping out. Brennan Ankahan, who's having his worst match. Here is Anderson. Nice ball in front of Corey Davis. Incredible ball inside. And Dumbaroo splitting them half and going into Ankahan, who holds on to the one that matters. And Brennan Ankahan will bring the teams back level. Brilliant break. David and Dumbaroo off the pass of Daryl Gray. Camera angles to absolute no good. And Craig Anderson up beautifully to Corey Davidson. There was the finish. All started from Gray, finished from Ankahan, and the combinations starting to flow for the Flakers now. Which is ominous signs for the Guardians. Here is the try scorer, Ankahan, to slot the extra two, no problems. Easy does it, it's 14-14. We're all tied up. as you would have it any other way at the moment. The Guardians desperate for that first ever championship to their club. Can they get it this season? Here is Flakers. Delicate little kick-off. Finding a rumble back from Adumaru. Now they look left side. Here's a try-scoring second row. Ethan Holton. He's found Darryl Gray. Who leaves body strewn. Then Milton Samiu. One last stand. He keeps it up. Here's Jason Mitchell. Back to Archie Godfrey. Look for the danger man. Look for the finisher. Couldn't quite link up with him. Flakers picks it, goes out wide. Gayan Davis gets away from Karoi. One more than Capone, but he can't step inside. Jay Capone on the money this time. Flakers. Here's Samiu. And back into a second row party. Here he enters. Throwing them away. Great tackle and the finish. I think Adumaru has just saved the bacon of the Flakers. Big moment this. They need a big exit to the Flakers. Hugo Lambrecht's the throw. Finds CJ Smith. This time holds on to it. No surprise. Too many errors coming from that set piece. And they drive forward. Jay Capone in the back of it as well. Surprising to see him 15. Kicked away from Connor DeMart. It's a good nudge too, over the head of Heston Gardner. That's a rumble back for it. Gets it to Ewing, who slips DeMart. And taken in the second tackle from Akahan. Here's Flakers. Looks for a little run himself. Snipes around the right-hand side of the breakdown. Just sort of halfway there for the scrum half. Winyama goes to Levi Smith, who gets hammered. Big tackle backwards. Slipping left and right. Shea Givens goes back into Sheps and a turnover. Big play. Oscar on the ball and now it's going to happen. Winyama goes flying high and it's a yellow card for the Guardians of the crib. Sheps is trying to defuse the situation, but off he goes. Winyama James off to the bin, and a massive chance for the Flakers to turn around their fortunes and to put this one in their favour. What a moment. Instantly, Anderson calls for the sticks. It's a shot at 3. No messing about. They want a full 10 minutes with a one-man advantage, and that is exactly what they're going to get as well. Akahan slots a 3. Absolutely no troubles whatsoever. Yellow card. 20 minutes to play. 10 of them without a man. That is Winyama off the field. Here's Gray off to the hard run of Adumaru. Oh, it's a steal. What a steal too from Jason Mitchell. And a one straight back for Ethan Holton. And now the Flakers look to get a bit of room outside. They do. Now, Akahan and Davidson goes to pass. And a good match up there from the Guardians in defence. And Ethan Holton. Well, he's just destroying defenders for eventually numbers catch up and he goes into touch. I tell you what, these Flakers, they have stepped it up a gear. And this one is going to really go down to the wire. 15 minutes to play. Ball taken from Samiu. Here's Butler. Runs to the line. Cuts wide to Godfrey. Godfrey to Davis. Gayan Davis down the left-hand side. Can't get away from Karoi. And just tamely is forced into touch by the much bigger Jabari Karoi. And the Flakers with another opportunity to possibly put this one beyond doubt. A 7-pointer here will give them a lead of 10. Oh, stolen! Samiu grabs it away! Hugo Lambrecht with the error. Now the Guardians with a little bit of interest. Get it to Davis. Davis down the left. Stepped around Capone. And Gayan Davis will cash in with a bit of interest. Give that note to your bag and tell them to shove it straight in the lockdown. Gayan Davis might have just changed the fortunes of the Guardians. Right there, right now, one play. Big switch of directions, and that was the catalyst. He's always got the pace, but a little bit of deception, a step inside, a dummy, a jink, and Gayan Davis is dancing his way to the pub tonight. He's got 2 tries. And 2 very, very crucial tries as well. A big kick here for Butler, of course. They want that lead to be just 2. They'd like to do 4. Force a try. He does the job. We've got 8 minutes to play. We've got a 15-on-15 battle. well, because we'll be getting James Wanyama back on the field, and we have quite the closeout. Hold on to your hats, hold on to your pants. This one is going the full distance. Back to Banana Kahan, who's had a very mixed performance tonight. Here is Wanyama, he's back on the paddock and he's looking to make up for his indiscretions of earlier. For sure. Picks, goes straight into Francois Valentine. Sheps will ever go instead, finds Wanyama. And there he is, look at him, he's hungry for work, is James Wanyama. Here is Michael Wanyama, looking to link up, and they do nicely to Callum Ewing. This could be it, one-on-one with Capone. Does he find support? No, he just goes to ground. Capone doing the job this time. Let's see for Gibbons. Gibbons takes on his opposite number, Anderson takes him down. They're just short of the 22 now. Big moment here for the Guardians of the Crib. They look to the right-hand side. Butler, Ewing, great pass to Godfrey. Samiu, they look for power in midfield. 20 metres short of the line. Andrews. Well, big fend off for Andrews here. He gets a couple out of the way and shoves it down to this 18 from the line. For sure. Butler finding room, and Butler. Little grubber kick into the end goal. Jabari Karoi will eat that one for breakfast, lunch and dinner. But the main thing is now, there's about a minute to play, if that. Ankahan has to do a 22 dropout. There goes time! Well, it's simple now. Guardians secure the ball and kick to touch, and they enter the final. Can they do it? Gets away to Godfrey. Godfrey high. Godfrey long. Godfrey in touch. That'll do it. The Guardians will meet the All Flakes in the GRC Grand Final. And it is sure to be just like we saw in round 11. The title on the line. The Flakers are not going back to a grand final. Not this season anyway. And the Guardians continue that dominant form that we saw in round 1. 34-21 that day. Today, just 21-17. The defences of Titans. But I tell you what, the entertainment is just as rich. 3 tries to 2. Samiu with 1. Yayan Davis, though, with a double. Ankahan and Karoi for the Flakers. And, of course, it was off the tee for Ankahan that grabbed 2 conversions and that penalty goal that always, always kept the game alive. Possession for close. Just edged by the Guardians. Territory much the same. The yellow card almost, and I tell you what, almost changed the whole outlook of this game. But the Guardians, to their credit, they held tight and they keep the job at hand. They have made their way to the grand final where they will meet the table-topping All Flakes. It is going to be 1v2 from the regular season. And last time they met, as you can see, 23-17. The All Flakes won that one by 6. Again, kicks off the tee, proving to be very, very crucial. The Guardians, though, just that one loss. The All Flakes, one loss as well to the Flakers. As for the Guardians, though, one loss to the All Flakes, who will turn that form into fortune in the ultimate decider of the Global Rugby Challenge. All Flakes, Guardians, that'll be coming next weekend. Let's give these guys a week to rest up, and the big final will be coming your way. Of course, Season 6 sign-ups are well and truly in full flow now, so if you want to get involved in next season, make sure to leave a comment on this video, on the sign-ups video, on Discord, anywhere you can find us, and we will get your dream player realised in the Global Rugby Challenge. Thank you everyone for tuning and watching. I hope you enjoyed this matchup. Commiserations go out to the Flakers, who were valiant all season. They stunned us. They gave us roller coaster rides of big wins and then narrow performance wins as well. Today, they depart alongside the Saracens as the semi-final exits. It will be the All Flakes and the Guardians next time. Until then, thank you all for tuning and watching. I hope you're loving this series as I am, and I'll see you for the final. Until then, take care.